O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye powers that be of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors of our bloodlines, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names, in all of thy forms, and in the formless reality, Namaste. We call upon thee to be with us. We ask that thee bless us. We ask that thee sweep clear the path as our Sangha gathers together at this moment. May our meditation deepen. May the hurts be eased away. May the imbalances be brought into balance. May our meditative energies lift the vibration for all sentient beings and help to soften the karma for life. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Yukteswarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Satguruji Shaliji Namaha. Om Shri Swami Kriyanandaji Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha, in which you are always, always welcome. I'm so grateful that we're here together. And welcome to my heart. We're going to have a short teaching today, and then we'll have a meditation. And then we will, as we always do, close sending our blessings to life. That the karma that we are carrying, that the karma that all beings are carrying, be softened. Once upon a yogi time, in the ever-present now, there was a disciple. And the guru noticed that when she came to the temple, some days she'd be walking really upright, straight. Some days she'd be walking like this. Some days she'd be hobbling. One day when she walked in looking particularly bent over and in a lot of pain, he looked real closely and said, "Gee, it looks like you've got 2 rocks that you're carrying with you." "Yes, I do. I do have 2 rocks. Good of you to notice finally after all this time. I do have 2 rocks." "What are you doing carrying rocks around?" "Yeah, they're very important. They're very important, Guruji. One of them, look. One of them, this one, is what should have been. And this one, which is really heavy sometimes, is what they did to me. What they did what they did. What should have been merges into what should be. What they did merged into what they did to me. Who gave you those? Who gave you those rocks? They seem, and why? Why are you hobbling like this one day and like this the other day and bent over the third day? You seem like you're not, your yoga is not working really well. You're not standing upright, disciple. What is the problem? Well, what should have been, some days it's easy. Some days I don't think about it. But some days, what should have been fills my mind. Some days I see that she got the promotion I wanted. I should have had that. She got the dress I wanted. I should have had that. He got the car I wanted. I should have had that. They got the praise I wanted. I should have had that. They got the love I wanted. I should have had that. They got the money I wanted. I should have had that. They have the health I wanted. I should have had that. Now that's a good one. Yes. And, well, some days I can't stop thinking about the fact that they got it and I didn't. They said this and they should have said that. They're doing this and they shouldn't do what I want them to do, that. And so this side becomes a little more heavier and I'm carrying it this way, she says. Interesting. And what about the other side? Well, this is what they've done to, this is what they've done. This is what they've done. This is what they've done to me. Explain the difference, please. I don't understand. Well, if they do it to somebody else, they're really doing it to offend me. If they hurt my mother, it offends me. If they hurt my brother, it offends me. If they hurt my sister, it offends me. If they hurt my workers, it offends me. If they criticize a musician I like, it offends me. If they don't like the same kind of music I like, they're doing it to me. So it's not just what they've done, but everything in life, Guruji, is personal. Don't you know that? It's personal. So, who gave you these rocks? They gave them to me. Which they exactly gave them to you? Well, now don't be difficult. I can't tell you who exactly gave them to me. Not the first time, but I know that they gave them to me. And do you know that these sometimes have to be carried into your dreams? So I'm not only bothered with them during the day, but I'm bothered with them during my dreams too. What would happen if you put them down? What would happen if you put just one down? What if you put down the what should have been? Drops it down, and then her body's all crooked up this way because she's still carrying what they did to me. What happens if you put them both down? Who would I be if I put both of these down? Nobody would recognize me. I wouldn't know myself in the mirror. Who would I be without my opinions? Who would I be without the feeling that they should not have done that? They should not be doing that. Doesn't that make them right if I do that? Now you say they gave you the stones, but you took them. You grabbed them in your hands. You're holding them. Your hands are all crooked. Your body's crooked. Your mind is a little crooked, disciple. A little crooked there with the what should have been. And that they did this to me. Every time you pick them up, every time you think of them, they grow. On days when you're sad and depressed and you think of everything that they did, that's why your body's crooked. Every time you think about what they should have done, what they did to you or what should have been, your body gets all messed up. You can't see straight. Your seeing is obscured. Put the rocks down. There you go with your advice. She thinks, doesn't say it, smart disciple. And then she says, that's much easier for you to say. You're sitting there, you've obviously never had these problems. Much easier for you to say than actually to do. Tell you what, for just a nanosecond, you're going to put it down and see what happens. All right, puts them down. She gets really upset, confused, upset, excited. Well, what's going on here? I don't feel the same. And reaches down to pick them up again. And the Guru says, neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. And there was quiet. For just that moment, she wasn't holding anything anymore. It was beautiful. And then a cloud came across her mind. And she picked up, reached down to pick up what they did to me. Neti, 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 the Guru said. Neti, neti, neti. And she put it down. And a few minutes later, from the other direction, a cloud came. And she reached out to pick up what should have been. Neti, neti, neti. Neti, neti, neti. And she put it down. And the cloud passed. Wow. You're saying all I have to do is say neti, neti, neti. No. There's much more that must be done. I think, the Guru said, you need to understand forgiveness. Forgiveness is essential in your battle to hold on to what they did to you and what should have been. Forgiveness is essential. I know, you've told me that. I know. I do the forgiveness ritual on the new moon every month. The Guru says, forgiveness is in the heart. Forgiveness is a continual action in your heart. You must forgive again and again and again and again. You must learn to let go again and again and again and again. Only then will you find santosha. Only then will you find contentment. Only then will you stop being concerned because the car pulled in front of you, because the person you were waiting for a parking space and they came and took your parking space. How could they do that? They needed it more than you did. They were more aggressively needing. Bless them. Give it to them. Step back. Let go of the grasping. Let go, let go, let go. I wonder what happened to her, that girl. I think after many, many years, she grew. After many, many years, she knew. After many, many years, she put down what should have been and what they did to me, and carried with her instead compassion, understanding, the willingness to see that everyone does what they can do as best as they can, as best as they can. You are doing the best you can at this moment. In the middle of this chakos, in the middle of this chaos, you're doing the best that you can. I'm doing the best I can. We are all doing that which we can now, at this time. There's a problem, in case you didn't notice it. And the problem is that we think that we can't heal our pain and suffering. Well, you know, you're incarnated in a human body, and there's a very interesting quality, if you will, about this human body. And in order for it to function, it needs blood. It needs blood cells, red blood cells. And red blood cells in their protein carry the memory track. But in this body, you and I have the memory of our ancestors. You literally have the memory not only of your mother, biological, and your father, biological, but of their parents, and their parents, and their parents, and their parents, and their parents. You have the lineage going back and back and back and back and back, which means you have all of the latent talents that they have, all of the lessons that they learned, all of the wisdom that they garnered. But you also have there what they did to me and what should have been. Now, you might think, oh, I don't really have that. And all you have to do is say, well, now, let me really examine how many times did my family say, my mother, my father, my grandparents say, you know, you've heard the story, we don't talk to Joe and Smith because their family, their grandfather did something to my grandfather. Don't remember what it is, but we know that they did it. And so we're going to carry that on. And so it is. And so you do. And so the healing that we do now, today, and this is something that's just, it's a quite miraculous, wonderful thing. And it's also very interesting that now the physicists are beginning to postulate that this is really true, what the mystics have said for years. What you change now changes the past. What you change now changes the past. What you change now, we know changes the future. We know it changes this moment and the future, but it also changes the past. And as you heal, as you change and you let go of your preference, your attachment to your preferences, your attachment to hanging on to that, what should have been, what they did to me, everything changes. For me, laughter has been very important. Laughter has been very important. One moment, a few breaths ago, I was on the phone with my guru when he was still here on the earth and was using telephones to communicate with me. And I don't know what got into me that day, but I was just complaining and complaining and complaining. And he says, disciple, Swamiji. And I could see him, kind of doing this. I wasn't on Skype with him at the time, but I could just hear it in his voice, like, oh no, she's just never gonna. And he says, how long do you plan to do this? To what? How long are you going to complain to me? How long is it going to be before you are satisfied? And the tone of his voice, I burst out laughing. And I said, I don't know. I don't know. That broke it. And every time I start to complain too much, I think of him saying, how long is it going to be before you're satisfied? And my saying, like I was 5 years old, I don't know. Don't know. Remember that. Remember that, because this attachment to these things must be let go of. Now, we talk about forgiveness. We talk about how do we forgive people, and we're going to do some blessing today, which will help to forgive. But one of the most potent and effective ways to sever karma, we have rituals that we do for forgiveness. We have prayers that we do for forgiveness. But one of the most effective ways to sever the clingy karma that can come between two people is to give to another something that you value the most. Now, I'm not talking about, picking up a vase and giving them the vase, or picking up a flower and giving them the flower. I'm saying turn inward, meditate, and offer that object, that beauty, that poetry, that wealth, that music to them who did something that you don't like, who did something that was not very nice. That absolutely shifts and breaks the karma, and we will do that together in just a few moments. I can feel that for a few of you, there's a lot of pain at this moment, a lot of emotional pain, a lot of confusion. And I understand that. My heart opens to you. But that pain is there either because you think that life should be different than it is, because it's not the way that you would prefer it, or because you think somebody did something to you arbitrarily, capriciously out of the blue. But to me, and it's a personal matter, the greatest of gifts that we have been given in the science of Kriya Yoga, in the philosophy and practice of Kriya Yoga, is the understanding of the law of cause and effect, the understanding of the law of karma, which says that what any human can do, any other can do also. That you and you alone are creating the experiences that come into your life, and you alone can change them. Your reaction changes them. You can change them. And let me tell you, the first time you know that, and I don't mean get it in your mind, I mean know it. It's a wake-up call. And you say to yourself, well, what in heaven's name was I thinking? I ask myself that and frequently these days. I wonder what it was that made me decide I wanted to live through this karma of this country at this time. What was I thinking? We'll see how it turns out in the end. Now, the blessing of the law of karma is to recognize that the karma is not what they did to you. It's not how it should have been. It's not how you want it. But it is your reaction, your willingness to see clearly. Your willingness to see clearly the reality. Rather than saying, I don't know, what were they thinking? It is your willingness to see clearly. This is what is occurring. This is what has occurred. Now, how can I walk more wisely, more carefully through this time? And then you proceed to do so, using all of the skill that you have and using a compassion that will grow within you and is growing within you each and every day. The thought of anger, the thought of, look what they did, the thought of, oh, they shouldn't have done that to me, it should be different, rises in your mind multiple times a day. I can't tell you how many times. Use that great tool, neti, neti, neti. Pay attention to the thoughts that rise in your mind. Pay attention when you're angry that somebody cuts in front of you on the expressway, or takes your parking spots in the parking lot, or pushes in front of you in the grocery store, or speaks in front of you, or steals your idea with the boss, or gets all puffed up about their own self-importance so that you feel less important. Put it down. The key is to watch your mind, to watch what's coming up in that mind, and put the thought, let it go, let it go, let it go before it takes up residence in your pocket, before it takes up residence in your mind, before it takes up residence in your dream states. You don't need that. Be free. We're here in the United States talking about freedom. The freedom for a yogi is the freedom to choose to not act. The freedom is to choose to act with kindness, to be silent. The freedom is the freedom to soften your karma. The freedom is to walk with greater softness upon the earth, so that your presence, it blends in with nature. You walk in the room, people feel better because you're there. They don't say, oh, there's the boss, or oh, I don't know what he's going to do. They may not even know your name. They feel a softness, a gentleness, a kindness emanating from you. Because while you are walking, you are chanting. So many chants. Maybe you don't want to chant. Maybe you want to speak. Maybe you want to say, may all be, I'm sorry, the Sanskrit, Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu, Svastir, goodness, Shantir, peace, Mangalam Purnam. May all be calm, may all be peace-filled, may all be bliss-filled, may all be goodness. Maybe you want to use the traditional Buddhist, may you be mentally happy, may you be physically happy, may you be safe, may you have ease of well-being. May all beings be happy, may all beings be safe, may all beings have ease of well-being. Or, Om Me Padme Hum. Not when you're driving or when you're walking in the grocery store. Find an affirmation, a blessing, a mantra that you can carry with you. That you carry it with you and it walks with you and it is present. So when you are bumping into a piece of karma, or more accurately, the karma bumps into you, or even more accurately, you become relative to it and it sticks to you. You see it at that moment. And rather than glom onto it, you release it. You bless. You bless, you bless, you bless. Let your life become a blessing. Let your heart open so that you are continually blessing as you are walking through the world. I know more than you know that I know that many of you have great strength and great courage. You really do. You have lived through some pretty icky things, some of you. You don't have to speak it out loud. I can see. And I can see your courage. I can see the kindness you've developed. I can see your desire to be happy, your intent to be happy, your intent to find contentment, and your intent to find your own illumination. And so we're going to meditate together. And one thing I must say this to you, I can also see and feel your willingness to send part of your life energy, your precious earth life energy, to blessing others. That, my beloved, is a rare and precious thing. Look in the mirror and say, yeah, today I did all right. I was willing to share part of my life, part of my prana, the life energy that keeps you going, with others, that their life will also be blessed. So let us meditate. Let us take forgiveness into our hearts. Let us put down the rocks. They did this to me. It should have been like this. And let us walk with freedom towards the light of reality. Namaste. Namaskar. And you see on the altar, Durgaji, the great Divine Mother of great courage and strength. And Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, the being whose entire essence is to share blessings with all beings. And so sit with your spine erect, if you will. Place your hands in the Om Mudra, the index finger and the thumb. Place the hands upon the thighs. Closing the eyes, focus at the sun center. Turn your head to the left and exhale twice. Bringing the head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath and inhale as if through a straw. Draw the energy from the limbs to the trunk. Now from the trunk, draw the energy into the spinal column. From the base of the spine, draw the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy out in front of you as a golden ball of light. Expand it and sweep around, moving counterclockwise. 3 times encase your body in golden light. And now expand that light and ascend. Ascend upward to the high place. Attaining the high place of meditation. Call upon your Ishtadevata, your chosen form of the divine, to be with you. Now in your mind's eye, see these, feel these words, feel this understanding. Know, first of all, to forgive someone, to forgive a situation, it does not mean to approve. Accepting says this is what is. Approval says this is what should have been. We're not seeking that. Compassion, which you have, does not require agreement. It recognizes we're all doing the best we can. As we practice today, as we turn inward today, as we are inward, remember that forgiveness is a daily spiritual practice throughout your day. And so we will meditate. Bring to your mind someone whom you love very easily. Now in your mind's eye, draw a circle of light, a mandala. And in that mandala, place something that is most precious to you, that embodies the best of life. Perhaps it is the Om, or a form of life that is meaningful to you. Place it in the circle, creating a mandala. Breathe your breath into the mandala. Now gazing at this person whom you love very easily, offer them your blessing through this mandala. Give it to them. Follow it with the Om Shanti mantra, spoken silently. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Give them the mandala. Give them, offer them the Om Shanti mantra. Now see this person whom you love staying in the circle with you. And now bring to your mind's eye someone with whom there is tension. Doesn't have to be big, just tension. And now again, breathing your breath into the mandala that you have created, which is in the hands of your loved one and has duplicated itself into your hands. Breathe your breath. Fill the mandala with your prana. And now offer this mandala to the person with whom there is tension. Offer it with both hands. Offer it with respect. Remembering forgiveness does not mean approval. See your gift being accepted. And now see them moving next to your loved one. And there's place in the circle for one more. And bring into your mind someone that you have not yet been able to forgive. Someone whose personality is harsh to you, who acts in ways that are inharmonious for you. Just bring their image to your mind's eye. This ritual is about you and freeing you from the tendrils of the karma. See the person in front of you. Now take this golden mandala and breathe your prana, your life energy, into the mandala. Taking both hands, offer the mandala to this soul. To this being with whom you do not agree. See them accepting the mandala. Now, as the four of you stand in this circle, you and your Ishta lift and from the highest point send forth the golden dewdrops of Ananda, pouring over these beings, pouring over your being. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Ananda, 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 Ananda. And now sitting in meditation. I'll just repeat this prayer, focusing your attention at the sun center. May I be free from hatred. May all beings be free from hatred. May I be free from bitterness. May all beings be free from bitterness. May I live with wisdom. May all beings live with wisdom. May my heart remain open. May our hearts remain open. May all beings know Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thou art blessed. We are blessed. We have shared our blessings with all beings. Hold this quietude. Hold this santosha in your hearts. Forgive each day as you need, as you become aware. The more you let go, the more you forgive, the broader your horizon of awareness. The more you make peace, the more that radiates forth. The more you see the need to continue your Kriya, your sadhana. You have been a blessing. You are a blessing. Continue to be a blessing unto all of those who enter your aura. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste ji. Namaskar. What a blessing it is to share this meditation with you. What a blessing it is to share this time together. Hold this vibration and carry it forth to all who enter your aura. Namaste. Namaskar.